how women test you and how to handle it. In this video, I'm going to give you specific examples of so-called congruence tests or shit tests that women will give you to test your masculinity, to test your confidence. Why do women use these tests? To make sure that they're betting on the right man. If she's going to have children with you, if she's going to bet her life's future on you, she has to make sure that you're emotionally resilient enough, that you're actually as confident as you display yourself to be. If she can rattle you with just a couple of words, what on earth should give her the faith that she can have trust in your abilities as a man to handle life's challenges over the coming years, if just a couple of words can make you insecure? So let me give you a couple of examples. These are just examples, by the way. The rough structure of a congruence test is anything she says or does that's consciously or unconsciously supposed to throw you off your game. And then after I give you these, I'll tell you how to handle them. First one, why are you single? Next one, you're such a player. Or the opposite. Next one, did your mom pick out your shirt? Now, some of them are a little bit silly, fair enough. Use them as an example, don't overanalyze. It's not about the individual one. You're gonna get the macro pattern, and then the next time you're on a date, the next time you're talking to a woman, you'll be like, oh, this is just a congruence test. This is what I have to do. And I'll tell you in a minute what this is. The I don't trust guys statement. The you can't afford that one. Or the gingers blah blah blah. Or that shirt looks gay. Or I don't date guys like you. Now, that can also just be called a rejection, and then you just gotta move on and leave her alone. Or the she doesn't respond for a little while. Or she just gives you this look. And looks away. Not all congruence tests are words she says. Or the male friend defense. My best friend is a guy. Now, in fairness, some of these, and that brings me to the first point, are actually not really congruence tests. They're just disqualifiers. If a woman gives you too many congruence tests, or it's just too weird, like, oh, my best friend is a male friend, it's a disqualifier. You probably don't want to be in a relationship with her. She can do whatever she wants, obviously, but that doesn't mean you have to be in a relationship with her. So, now, how do you handle any type of congruence test? You can either accept and amplify the premise. You can, almost stumbled over my own words there, but that's okay, that happens. Misinterpret what she said in a slightly playful way, or you can simply remain emotionally calm and non-reactive. That's it. The base of how you handle it is you are not reactive to it. If you're reacting emotionally and you're becoming insecure or awkward because of what she says, that is ultimately going to turn her off. It is very secondary how you respond with specific words. Yes, if you accept and amplify the premise, and I'm going to show you a couple of examples of that here in a minute, you can actually boost attraction after a so-called congruence test. But the most important thing is that you have your inner locus of confidence and your inner locus of calm and serenity and tranquility. It doesn't matter what comes out of her mouth. Nothing can throw you off your game. That has to be the frame. Nothing anybody says. It's your frame, it's your reality. Up until the point where you're obviously confronted with reality and you need to change your opinion because you were factually wrong or you need to apologize. Obviously, you're still a kind and calibrated member of society, but you remain emotionally non-reactive. David, I get it. You've said it several times now. You haven't understood it. If you would have understood this lesson, you wouldn't be single right now. This needs to be ingrained. This needs to be trained. This is a new habit you need to train in your interactions with women because you didn't even realize how much you're pinging off of them for validation, for approval. You basically need her certainty to feel calm and confident yourself. You need to bring certainty from within. That is your responsibility as a man. That is your burden as a man. And if you can do that, you'll be unbelievably attractive in a business context to other men and in a relationship context to women. So, if she says, gingers don't have souls, for example, what do you mean? That's rather impolite. You know, it's just color, right? It doesn't really say anything about you as a person. Failed, boring, defensive, stick up your ass. Yeah, gingers Really don't have souls, huh? Yeah, I know. My parents, they also thought about giving me up for adoption the second I popped out. Ha ha ha. Accept and amplify the premise. You take the premise, you're not desirable because you have red hair, drive it to such an extent, to such an extreme where it becomes obvious that it's ridiculous. You accept and amplify. It's yes and. The single best way to pass any tease is to say yes and. If anybody tells you anything, oh, really, you're trying to compensate for something. Yeah, bro, trust me, the only big part about my body is my calves. Ha ha ha. Yes, and trust me, this, in terms of a technique, in terms of a tactic, is so powerful, my friend. If you can learn to accept and amplify, you will get reactions from women. It's amazing. And most importantly, it shows that you don't take it too serious. Here's your problem. You're taking what men and women are saying way too serious. Yes, you have to be respectful, respect people's boundaries, and be a kind person. That's not what I'm talking about. But you take shit people say too serious. It makes you insecure. Own your frame. Own your reality. And you will become so much more attractive.